Yesterday I was following the convention from a home in Pretoria, and I was very, very excited. I wish I was a fly that would be in somebody's lapel to actually to be at the venue in Dar es Salaam and enjoy the convention. But we enjoyed it here from South Africa. We want to congratulate everybody who took part. But for all those people also who did not walk on stage, I presume that you actually made a decision that you're also going to walk on stage. You're going to make a step between now and the next convention, which will be next year. But because this meeting is for guests, that is mostly for guests, that is people who want to see our business for the very first time. I want to welcome you to this presentation. As Paul has said, our mission in this business is very simple. Our mission is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. All right? And it starts with you. As an introduction, my name is Pascal Oloo. I'm trained as a civil engineer, originally born in Kenya, but now Betty and I live in South Africa. That is my wife, Betty. I think we took this picture quite a number of years ago when the company came to our home to take pictures and enjoy our success with us. And we've had more than 2 decades of experience in the business. Why did we start this business? Why did Betty and I start the business? The reason was very simple. We started this business for 3 reasons: money, money, and money. We started this business to make an extra cash. Because, you know, when your children believe everything their parents tell them. When I was young, my father used to say, son, go to school, get a good education, and get a good and secure job with the government, and probably start your own company. Because the town where I was born, contractors were making a lot of money, so my father thought that if I do a course in civil engineering, I'd be able to make a lot of money. So I did my course in Nairobi, finished, came after college. You know, when a man and a woman gets together, they fall in love and there's natural expansion and children come along. And when children come along, it means the cost of living goes up. But my realization was that despite the cost of living going up, the more children you have, the more money you need to raise them properly, buy food, education, clothing, and all those amenities. If your salary is not keeping up with your expenses, you're going backwards. But 2 unfortunate things. For example, if you get a 10% salary raise every year, and the rate of inflation is 9%, you're only 1% ahead. Number 2, there's something called progressive income tax. The more money you earn, the more tax you pay. So those 2 things actually take you going backwards. So Betty and I realized that if you depended on a job long enough, we would never be able to become financially independent. That's what really drove us to start the business. Okay? What is this business? This business actually is a very simple idea. This business is a system of distribution of goods and services to the public. Okay? What we actually do is very simple. What we do is we build a network of users of products around the globe. For example, Betty and I have been using these products since 1996. And we use the products now until today, and we are going to use these products until the day the Lord calls us. Why is that important? Because we are supporting our own business. So in our business, what we do, we bring people to join and use the products for the company, and in return for referring people to the company pays us a small commission. Think about this, and you will see why it's very important to think about this business in those terms. You and I have 24 hours a day. Assuming you alone work 5 hours a week, just 5 hours. And what do you do those 5 hours? You talk to friends and relatives to use the products that the company manufactures. But you go one step further, you get to 5 other friends who speak to people about the products. These 5 friends, if they work 5 hours a week, so you have 25 hours of your friends working to share products with people. Now, if those 25 people also get 5 others each, you have 125 hours worth of work. If you total up those hours, it's 155 hours a week. How many hours a week does, how many hours a week have is 168 in total. I assume some of it you spend sleeping, some of it you spend resting, some of it you spend with your family. So if you're alone, you would not be able to produce 155 hours of work. That is what gives our business extreme power to build successful businesses. Think about this. There's a company called ShopRite, which is a retail organization. They have 2,943 around the African continent and some of the Pacific countries like Mauritius. They employ 147,000 people in these countries. You see, if I was the owner of ShopRite, I am the only one who earns all the profits from this organization. The rest of the employees are paid a salary. So even if the sales of ShopRite checkers goes up, the employees do not get much more money than they are getting at the moment. Our business is different. The more people you refer to who use the products from the company, the more money you earn. You see, in traditional business, if you have a manufacturer and a consumer, between the manufacturer and the consumer is normally people we call the middlemen, retailers, wholesalers, transport, advertisers, regional salespeople. All these people keep adding to the cost of the product. And who pays? The consumer. So what we have done in Neolife, we have cut out all the middlemen. In between the manufacturer and the consumer is a distributor, like some of my colleagues watching this presentation and myself. Why did this company start? This company started in 1958, started by a man called Jerry Brasfield. He started at the age of 19 when he had serious asthma during his teenage years, but his mother found natural remedies to be able to make his life better. And when he got healed, he thought, I think this is a good idea to share with the relatives and friends. So he started in a small village called Potterville, just outside California. That is 1958. Now, this company operates in over 50 countries around the globe. And why has Neolife lasted since 1958 until now? Simple. 5 basic principles to live by. 1 is absolute integrity and honesty. We believe that it's very important to have integrity and tell people the truth. The truth about the product, the truth about the income potential, and the truth how the business actually works. The second is people are number 1. The most important ingredient we have in our business is people. That is our customers, our distributors, our staff, the staff members employed by the company. The third is products that work. And Neolife spends considerable amount of effort, time, and money to research and develop the finest products in their category. And that is why in every country that our Neolife has done business, the thing that people really talk about is the quality of the product. Okay. The fourth is equal opportunity for everybody. This business, whether you're 18 or 80, whether you are young or old, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're a plumber or a CEO, whether you're a housewife or whatever you are, everybody starts from the same place, and the people who earn the most are the ones who work the hardest. And the last thing, you need to have a long-range vision. That is, when you start this business, initially have a 2 to 5 year plan. What is a 2 to 5 year plan? It means for 2 to 5 years, if you work at least 5 to 10 hours a week, consistently following the training system that is being taught, you're going to reach financial independence. Okay, so why do people start this business? People start this business for very many different reasons. Some people start the business because they want a better lifestyle for their children. Some people start the business because they want to buy dream homes. Some people start the business because they love good cars. I also love good cars. When I started, I was driving a Toyota Corolla 1300. And you know, when you have boys, and we have 4 boys, only 7 more to make Harambee Stars, or Bafana, as they call the football national football team here. So we found that the car was very small, and we wanted to buy a bigger car. Eventually, we bought a Toyota Condor, which is a 7-seater. And I like also German cars. I bought an Audi A4, silver color with the interior leather. So many people like good cars. Other people like to buy beach homes. Some people want to make a lot of money. A few things I want to mention about making money. some people may think that making money is not the most important thing. I agree. Just like oxygen, I think money ranks somewhere with oxygen, because if you don't have it, you can easily die. For some people, an extra $2,000 a month can make a difference between living and dying. So we take the art of making money very, very seriously. Some people start the business because they want to be very fit. What are the product ranges that we have in our business? The first one is the cleaning range of products. Okay? Why the cleaning range? The cleaning range because every single home in Africa or in the world use cleaning material to clean their homes. Their bathroom, their toilet, their kitchen, their sitting room. If you have a car, you have a shampoo for the car. If you want to clean your cooker, every single person uses soap. I remember when I started the business, and one of my friends I invited to see the business discovered that one of the products we sell or we distribute is soap. So when you go to the office, they ask me, Pascal, you're an engineer and you're selling soap. I got quite devastated, but when I went to my trainer and he told me, look, Pascal, first of all, he laughed because he knew such a comment was coming. Then he advised me, look, we're not selling soap, we're selling hope. And I caught on to that phrase, because this business has changed very many people's lives. The other range of products we distribute is a personal care range of products, that is hair shampoos, hair conditioners, bath gel, hand and body lotion. Then you have the skincare range, which is called the Nutrients, manufactured in France because they have the best technology and manufacturing facilities. And then we have the healthcare products. Why healthcare? Because your greatest wealth is your health. If your health is finished, your mission in life is finished. Those are the range of the products that we manufacture. Now, what are the three things we do to build a business? If you're new in this presentation, I'm sure you're asking yourself, what must I do to be able to actually have a successful business? Number two, will there be somebody to support me? Number three, can I do this thing? The answer to those three questions is very simple. One, let me explain how to do it. There are three basic things we do in our business. Number one, we use the products ourselves. What we actually do, we change our buying habits. For example, Betty and I, if you want to buy products for cleaning our home, we buy from Neolife. If you want to buy products for our supplements, our health, if you want to buy products that we can use ourselves, we buy from our home. And coincidentally, whether you join this business or not, you are still going to buy soap at the end of this month. So you might as well make it profitable for you. So the first thing is we use the products. Now, because this company is doing business in over 50 countries around the world, we've devised what is called a point value system. Each product has a point value attached to it. 1 point is roughly $1, not exact, depending on the country and the exchange rate, but it's roughly $1 in value. So we encourage you to have at least 100 PV or 100 point value. The next thing we do is you share the business. What does that mean? That you introduce other people to become distributors like yourself. And what do? They also use the products. So if you introduce 6 people to use the products, you'll have 700 PV. If we do 700, you become a manager and your income is roughly $45 a month. All right. The next thing is you begin to teach these people also to do what you have done. Assuming that person on the top right corner of the screen, you teach them to introduce 2, and each of those 2 introduce 2, you'll have built a 700 PV unit. Okay. If you build a 700 PV unit plus the 6 remaining, you have 1,300 PV and your income is about $90 a month. It's getting better. I remember the first check Betty and I received was $3. But I've never been so excited about anything, because that is called the belief check. The confirmation that everything they taught us in the training was actually true, because I calculated from the effort and the production we did, that was what was due to us. And that really excited me. So the next thing is you teach all these 6 people to do their 700 PV unit. This is just an example. Some people do more, some people do less. Okay, if you have 6 people doing 700 PV, that's 4,200 plus the 100 is 4,300 PV. If you do that, you become a director, and your income is between $580 and $700. But I'm sure there are some people who say, Pascal, 700 is good money, but that's not enough for me. Okay, if that is not enough, then you need to go the next step and share products with customers. What does sharing products mean? It means that some people will not be interested to do the business. They want to use products. So out of these people, you're going to make a profit of 20%. And because these people are not registered, you make a slightly more money than initially. All right? And the third thing is personal development. That simply means that you need to develop yourself as a person to become a better distributor, a better leader, a better person, a better husband, a better wife, so that you can become much, much better than that you have been before. And you do that by doing 3 things. 1, developing your attitude to be a correct one. Number 2 is the skills you need to develop to build this business. And number 3, your knowledge. I normally give that abbreviation, attitude, skill, and knowledge, as the ASK principle. A for attitude, S for skill, and K for knowledge. All right? But you see, because most people join the business with no experience, your sponsor and your support system helps you with training, support, and personal development material, like seminars, rallies, convention, like we had yesterday. All right? But I'm sure some people would like to earn much more than $500 or $700. If you want to earn more money, help other people reach director level. If you help one person become a director, your income is about $1,000 plus. If you help 3 people to be directors, your income is about $2,000. If you help 6 to be directors, your income is about $5,000 plus. So I want to hand over back to Paul to call some of our exciting leaders to share with us their experience on what the business has done for them. So Paul, back to you.
Thank you so much, Pascal, for an amazing presentation that you have done within a very short time. I believe now it is clear for our guests who are on this call today why we called you here. And as Pascal has ended that, I want to bring up some of the people, some of distributors who came one time as a guest and made the decision to join the company of New Life. And today, they are living a different kind of life from how they came. And they are here to share their excitement. And I want to start right from Kenya, from a very exciting young man who came to the business when he was still a student, but today he has been able to do quite a lot through the opportunity. So Fred Mwirigi, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, Paul. I hope I'm clear.
Yes, you are clear. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much, Paul and Pascal, for our guest. My name is Fred Mwirigi. I actually got started in this business after high school. I remember I was just 19 years of age. They had given me an opportunity to go to the University of Nairobi for my degree in electrical engineering. And I was really excited to be an engineer like Pascal and some other guys that I'd seen back then. As I was preparing myself to go to the university, I remember I met a friend of mine who was also at the university. This fellow was taking a degree in medicine. He wanted to become a medical doctor. And when we shared, like the way you can talk to a friend, I realized he was not a really normal student. Because you see, if you talk to normal students, they'll tell you how hard they're working to graduate and, look for a job and all that. But for my friend, I remember him telling me that, look, Fred, as much as I'm taking medicine, I will never, ever, ever practice medicine for money. And I was like, Chloe, it's called Chloe. Why would you go to 7 years in medical school yet you don't want to be employed? I'm not saying employment is bad if you're employed. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. I was just 19 years excited, you're going to the best university in the country, government scholarship. And this fellow says he doesn't want to be employed. He made a statement that really challenged my conventional thinking. He said, Fred, the reason why I don't want to be employed is because I don't want to die tired, poor, and broke. I'm like, but I've seen people do living a very good life. He said, the definition of a good life to people is different. For me, I don't want to just do the only thing, which is pay school fees for my kids, drive a small Toyota car, build maybe a 3-bedroom house, and I call it life. He told me I want to enjoy life with a big spoon, travel to wherever I want to travel, meet whoever I want to meet, have fun, live full and die empty. As he was talking, I was like, but what do you do apart from going to class from 8 to 5? And that is when he talked about an opportunity he was involved in. I remember that time he showed me a check of 100,000. Yeah, back the year 2010, 100,000 that this business was paying him. I looked at the check, I looked at him. I can surely tell you for sure, I'm the one who needed that money more than him. Because as much as I was going to university, as much as they gave me that nice course, I didn't know I was going to find myself there. Because I was struggling. Yeah, being a firstborn in a family of 5 people, my mother and my 3 sisters, it was really hell. It was tough. I seen my mother struggle. Yeah, from the time we lost our father when I was in class 3 to the level that I was on a scholarship. She was actually stressed out how I was going to make it to university. And then this guy talked about business. I was like, can it also work for me? And I was like, yeah, as long as you have a reason, it can also work for you. The same thing I'll tell you, our guest. We don't know your story. We don't know where you're coming from. We don't know even what this COVID has done for you. We actually don't know. But what you're trying to say is, look, you don't have to die alone. You don't have to be stressed over whatever you're stressing you. We have a better way. So this friend of mine invited me in a forum. The difference was it was not in a Zoom session like this one. It was a huge meeting where they explained how this business can work for you. Just like Pascal has done. I can surely tell you I didn't understand everything, but I understood one thing, that if you show other people and expose this business, you can make money. And you see the language of money, nobody has got a problem understanding that people and money is the same thing. So friends, even the capital to get started, I remember I didn't have, because this guy said, Fred, with this opportunity, you're gonna be making money on a daily basis. You're talking of around 1,000 shillings, 5,000 shillings per day. My question was how? He showed me the products. And I remember him talking about a very exciting product called G1, where you have to soak your clothes for 2 to 3 hours. After that, what you need to do is just rinse your clothes. Ile wakati mingi ya kutumia kusugua manguo, for those of us who understand Swahili, really wasn't there. It was really something that looks not too good to be true, but when I got started the business, that is the product that I used, and it worked for me. Yeah, then he said, if you work with me for 90 days, I'm gonna help you to build a business that should be paying you not less than 30,000 shillings. But the question was, he asked me, where will you take this money? Just like as I said, you don't know your story, you didn't know mine. I just told you about my story, being a firstborn, a family of 5 people, trying to help my mother take care of us. And to cut the long story short, friends, I got started with this opportunity, not because I understood, but because I really wanted to help my mother. That is it. I remember even the capital I had to send my phone, which was a gift from my physics teacher to get started in this business. And I can surely tell you, whatever I promised, I was able to achieve it. If it was making money on a daily basis, I could make money on a daily basis because through the products, I was making profit. So that money I used to call my mother back at home asking for pocket money, I could sustain myself at the university. Yeah, I could eat good food. I could load my phone airtime. I could travel to wherever I wanted to travel. The worst thing that can happen to you is when you're at the University of Nairobi, at the center of the city, but you cannot move around because you're broke. But through this opportunity, I could enjoy life. And guess what? When I started involving my friends in this business, as Pascal has explained today, I saw myself growing in the business. I can really tell you within a period of 3 months, I got the level we call a director. Yeah, I was making good money back in the day, about 30,000 shillings. Within 6 months, this business was paying me not less than 40,000 shillings. Within a year, I was making over 50,000, and within 2 years, as I was turning 21 years of age, this business was paying me not less than 80,000 shillings. I can surely tell you, whatever made me get started, I was able to achieve it within a period of 2 years. The most exciting part was, apart from paying my own school fees up the graduation level, to me, taking care of my sisters, getting them from a primary school all the way to high school, all the money coming from this business, taking the last one, mpaka akaenda University of Nairobi for a degree in nursing, the same money coming from this business is the greatest achievement I can tell you that this business has given me. Yeah, because I look at those kids and I'm like, I've done my part. God shall bless me. Yeah, when I have my own kids, they shall be taken care of. And that is the greatest thing I can talk about, the legacy that we give people, those we love, yeah, currency of this particular opportunity. The other part is when I graduated personally, I didn't get that opportunity to apply for a job because most people will give you a job of like $50 or $500, but my business was paying way much more than that. So I decided to do this business full time. I can tell you over the last couple of years, I've been able to help a lot of people courtesy of this opportunity. And guess what? I've also been able to get an opportunity to travel. Yeah, travel out of this country, travel within the country. And I can really tell you, when they tell you you're going to travel, they're not going to take you to any other destination. They're going to take you to one of the best destinations. Remember when they took us to the Windsor for leadership school, where they got trainers, they got trainers from Europe, they got trainers from South Africa to come and train us as one of the best leaders in East Africa. Because they got the cream de la cream of the business in East Africa. They took us to Windsor. Yeah, Windsor is a very nice hotel in Nairobi with an 18-hole golf course, very good, sitting in 5,000 acres piece of land. And when they took me there, I was able to see life in a bigger perspective. When I stepped up to the world team, I remember the person who had invited me in this business paid a trip for me for a full week to go to Dubai and enjoy myself. And I was asking myself, if I really never got started in this business, what could I be going to Dubai to do? To see who? I've got nobody that I know there. To be with who? But because of this opportunity, these things really happened. Yeah, and the best part of it is, I remember at the start of this year, I mean, last year we were working very hard to go to Europe, but COVID came and they told us we cannot travel to Europe because we are supposed to go to Czech Republic. But the exciting part is next year, in the month of April, we are supposed to go to Europe for lifestyle. Friends, because of time, let me leave it there, but I can surely tell you this business works. Yesterday, I thank God, I was able to be recognized as one of the best performing software directors in East Africa, top 10. I'm really excited to have a certificate in my name. Remember, I joined the business just because of me, but now they're recognizing me all over East Africa as one of the most top performers that I never knew I could be able to achieve such a present. And this is all because of the team of people that I'm working with who are doing a fantastic job, and the leaders that are going to help us tonight able to do this business. Otherwise, from my side, I believe if the opportunity has got me from that particular place to where I am today, all of us on this call can change our life as long as you have that reason that is going to make you see the business in a different perspective. Thank you so much, Paul. And for our guest, karibuni sana.
Wow, thank you so much, Fred, and congratulations once again to be part of the people that we recognized yesterday in our business as some of the top performing people, and I'm sure that gives you more momentum to be able to continue to build and starting the business at such a
Paul, just go on. I can hear you.
Yeah, something happened, and I'm sorry for that. I think my account just swept away. So I just want to bring in the next speaker today, and who is going to share with us quickly. And that is from Uganda. We have diverse leaders in our business, and she's a lady who joined this business quite a long time, and she has been building one step at a time. And today she's here to be able to share the story with us. And I hope she can hear me. I'm trying to unmute you, Lydia Musinguzi. If you can hear me, please just accept to be unmuted so that we can be able to share with us today. Okay, Lydia, 1 second. I'm just unmuting you now. Okay, Lydia, thank you so much for joining us. I can see you already. Please turn on your video so that we can be able to see you.
Can you see me, Paul?
Yes, we can see you now, Lydia. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lydia Musinguzi from Uganda. I'm married to Polycarp Musinguzi. We were blessed with 5 children, and those 5 children gave us 4 grandchildren. I started this business 24 years ago, and I started at a time when I had resigned my civil service job, and I was looking for something to do. Because I had looked around all avenues around me, I had tried most businesses, name it chicken rearing, shopkeeping, baking, and they hadn't worked for me. They didn't give me what I grew up yearning for. Because when I was growing up, I had dreams of living in good houses, driving good cars. But on my job, which I worked on for 3 years, I didn't see any hope in that job. So it forced me to resign. And even those businesses I started, they didn't work for me, because these are businesses which I didn't have experience in. The businesses which I used other people who cheated me. So I got frustrated, I gave up and went back home to look after my 5 children. It is when my last child, who is my only girl, was 1.5 years old, that someone found me in a group of women who had come together to collect a few shillings to go around the group. That this friend of ours told us that there were some people coming from South Africa to tell us about something. And you know, during that time, we knew South Africa was a country for white people only, because we used to have passports which read go to other countries except South Africa. So we waited for 2 days before they would come. They came on the 3rd day. When they came, I was inside disappointed because they were Black people. But then we were waiting to see what they had brought for us. You know, Africa, some of us are using it free things, and we were expecting maybe they had brought free things, because this lady never explained to us what they were. So when they came with a bag full of some tins and tubes and all those things as you know them. So they started talking. At first, I didn't understand what it was all about. But then when they started showing us beautiful checks, by then they were getting checks in South African rand. They were beautiful. I remember they were pink checks. Then some hope started coming to me. Then they talked about natural products. I always wanted to use natural products. So it started making sense to me. They talked and talked that you talk to other people, you use the products, and you start doing the business, you start earning, and then that's when I knew that was something that God had brought to me, that I would do it for life, and only death would do us part. So I started straight away. My first month, I earned 400,000. Then when I showed the check to my husband, he said he can't believe that business can do that for me. He said he was waiting for the second check. Remember, when I started, I didn't have money. I just borrowed it because I was excited about what I had had. And it's good when we got interested, my sponsor actually showed us everything. We opened tins of NutriShake, of Vera Plus, and we had to test the products. So from then, I got interested in the products. I got in love with them. I started talking about them until I started getting excited, and I excited other people. But the most disappointing thing, by then we didn't have a warehouse. We had to import things from South Africa. It took us 2 to 3 months to get our first kit. I joined in April, my kit came in June. But still I was excited because the products had excited me. Though I hadn't got the money, I kept on telling people about the products. By the time I got my kit, I had taken a step. In October, I became what I could call a director, though those days we used the other words like general manager. Then this time, we were invited to go to South Africa. But then when I got my second check, that's when my husband, it was 600,000 Uganda shillings. That's when he came on board, and we landed on his friend, whom we invited and directed her to come to me. That was Grace Rubambe. When I told Grace Rubambe about the business, by then actually I had some kids. It was around December. She joined. When she joined, I was so excited. I started planning of how I could go to South Africa to talk to more people. This opened our door to Tanzania, and that's when I got a chance of meeting Dora Juma, and by then she wasn't as excited, but she accepted to do that business. From then, life became different. In October, we went to South Africa, we saw a bigger picture, and I was so excited. When I came back, nobody could stop me. I had a dream of building a hostel or a storage building where I could get tenants. Within 2 years, I was able to build a building which is giving us the highest income. It is a 6-story building in the city. Actually, during this COVID, we didn't suffer at all. It gave us all the money that we need. And I had to start other properties. We built properties in the outskirts of the city, and I started buying my own vehicles because from the beginning, the reason I joined the business, I didn't want to be a dependent on my husband because we already had 5 children, and I thought about school fees, I thought about eating and where to live. So it encouraged me to work very hard. So now, as I talk today, I think I'm almost on my way to financial freedom because I drive a car I want. This is a personalized, registered number. You know, it costs more than actually some of the people's vehicles, 23 million to register the personalized number plate. So I think God is good. I thank the Tanzanian team. Don't see the stars today. I had to be patient for a whole day to wait for a night in order to wait for those stars. And I think we have stars in Tanzania. You all know them. Grace, thank you. Dora, thank you. Our team is building deep depth. And I'm telling you, people who are here who are already distributors, please, 4 PTs all in one line. And I'm telling you, patience pains, but it pays. Don't hear that story. My story is long. When I used to board a ship to Mwanza to take the products, I would sleep on a ship 16 hours, traveling only 16 kilometers. So I would ask myself sometimes, where am I? What am I doing? Am I really in the right business? But I'm telling you today, I'm the happiest SAFA director, and I have hope of becoming a PT anytime because the volumes are there. I only need legs. That is my hope, and I'm working so hard to achieve that. That's why you see that people like Rose and Raymond Baruti taking steps straight away because they have the depth, they have the volumes. So we just need legs. I thank God now. I'm looking forward to driving my Benz, black in color, leather interior, because when I'm older, I don't want to jump on high vehicle because mine is a Land Cruiser and it is high. And as you've heard, I have been in business for 24 years and I'm over 60 years. Now I have the energy to drive that. But when I'm over 70, I want a Benz. Thank you very much for people who are here for the first time. Please don't doubt the business. Straight start the business and you will be rewarded. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Lydia. Amazing story. Two diverse stories in one night, one of a young man and the other one of the, you know, I can say one of the first distributors, among the first distributors in East Africa, Lydia, and having a great team. You can imagine all the 4 PTs, meaning like I can say 99% of the business in Tanzania belongs to Lydia Musinguzi, and she's still patient and building. She has been able to benefit in large ways in this business. She's almost in a, you know, financial freedom, and Grace Rubambe there. Amazing team, you know, and your story, I mean, many people can be able to reason with it, and I know it's a place if everybody wants to relate with. And Pascal, you just take it away and close the meeting for us today. I think we have learned a lot from the two leaders who have been able to share with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Paul. And I can also mention to Lydia, somebody sent a comment there that you look 40. Our products really work. And for Fred Mwirigi, the last time I spoke to you, if there are any ladies listening, Fred Mwirigi is a bachelor and he's very elegant. He's a very elegant dresser. Okay, Fred, I hope you'll excuse me for revealing some of your secrets, but Fred is a wonderful leader in Kenya. I always enjoy chatting with him. But some of the things I'd like to tell you about our business is our business is a truly online business. For example, if you order products, you can order the products online. Registration of new distributors, you can do that online. As soon as you join the business, the company opens for you your own back office where you can manage and monitor how your business is growing. Training is done locally and internationally. For example, this training events that happens on Mondays and Thursdays, we do training for people in the whole of East Africa, South Africa, some of our friends in Nigeria, Scotland, USA. So it's really an international way of doing training. Delivery of products, the company has contracted courier companies to deliver your products to your doorstep. Payment is done online, either by mobile transfer or electronics transfer. That's payment for product. Payment of bonuses and commissions is also by EFT and mobile. One of the things that the company does, when you reach a certain level of the business, the company invites you for leadership training. So last year in October, Betty and I had the privilege of attending a 4-day leadership training at the Santon Sun Hotel in Johannesburg. It was really fantastic. Those are some of the rooms that we are staying in. That is part of the interior of the hotel. You go for meeting and the company gives you aloe vera plus to drink and enjoy yourself. The ones who are distributors know what I'm talking about. It was really fantastic. And these are some of the distributors who attended the leadership training at the Santon Sun Hotel. So if you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you for this presentation, fill the application form, tell them you want to start this business yesterday because of the excitement you've seen in the business. In South Africa, to start the business is between 690 and 2,700 Rand because of the different packages. Botswana is 530 to 2,200. In Kenya is, okay, this is the old figure. I think the price of the kit in Kenya went up by about 5% since yesterday. Nigeria is 22,500 naira. Tanzania is 133 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda is between 196 and I think 205 or 206,000 Uganda shillings. So if you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. Tell them you want to start the business. If you have questions, your questions will be addressed during the training session, because there's a lot to learn in this business. The important thing for you to do is to make a decision. Do not suffer from what they call decision constipation, where you think about it, all the blood rushes to your head and you grow cold feet. So make a decision, go back to the person who invited you, tell them, I want to start the business immediately. They will guide you. You see, remember this, if you do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. But if you keep doing what you're doing and you expect a different result, the definition of that is called insanity. But if you do today what others won't do, if you make a decision to change, tomorrow, with your time and effort, you'll be able to do what others are unable to do. So thank you very much. Our guests, welcome to the New Oloo family, our distributors. I wish you the very best for September. There's still a solid 1.5 weeks to go before we close our month. And I wish you the best. God bless. Paul, thank you and good night.
Thank you, Pascal, and our leaders who are on call today and who have been able to share with us. Just as Pascal has said, that if you're a guest, get in touch with the person who brought you to this call. They'll be able to help you, to understand you. You can be able to join your life. And then from there, we'll be able to continue to support you and help you to continue to build your business. So from me, thank you so much. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Pascal, good night.
Thank you, Paul.
Good night, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.